Hello, friends. Hola. Welcome back to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. I am excited to be here with you once again today. Little man Nava is asleep in the back, and I am so pumped because I have about 70,000 episodes inside of my mind that I really badly want to record, and today's episode is a perfect example of my situation. And you out there will resonate if you have been wanting to do something but feel like it's not the right time, or maybe the way you want to do it isn't happening for you, or you're getting frustrated because it's not working out the way you thought in your head. Today's podcast episode is called Do What You Can With What You Have. Now, what does this mean? Do what you can with what you have. It's a statement that I catch myself saying in all my videos, when I'm talking to people, when I'm talking to my clients. And here's what it means. I'm going to take myself as an example and let you know that I have been wanting to do this podcast, God, forever and ever and ever. Since I can remember, I listen to Tim Ferriss's podcast, and I'm a communicator. One of my top values is communication. So I really value, speaking and communicating and connecting through communication. So I was like, yeah, man, I'm all over this podcast thing. I really want to do it. Here's my situation, or here's what my circumstances have been. I was pregnant, and then I had a baby, and then I went back to work, and then I had another baby, and I was always driving and always in my car, and then working and children. And after you have a kid, like, forget about it. All the things you think you want to do, you just have to shift around and work with them. So my situation and my dialogue recently before starting this podcast was, oh shit, I don't have an expensive microphone. I don't have, 2 hours to sit and record 3 or 4 episodes. I don't have time. I don't have this, blah, 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 blah. So what I am doing, or what I was doing, was looking at the problem through the same eyes and through the same mentality that created it. So it's like problem, problem, problem. And also, let me tell you more about this problem, about how I can't do it and all this and all that. Now, mind you, I am right. I've got 2 kids. I cannot sit at my kitchen table with a nice mic and talk shit to y'all and record an episode without my kids screaming and doing crazy shit. That is true, right? But here's what can I do? I have a choice. I can figure something else out, right? So what can I do? Can I focus on what I can do versus focusing on, what I can't do, right? Like, oh, I can't do this, or I can't do that. It's like, okay, cool. Well, what can you do? So if you feel like you're wanting to do stuff, and at the moment in your life, you're a mother, you're a student, something's going on in your family or your life where you can't do the exact thing the exact way you want to, ask yourself, well, what can I do? What's something I can do? Because that's going to give you a much better answer versus, how come this is so hard? How come I can never do this? How come everybody else can? It's not fair. And then you see where I'm going with this fucking pity party, right, y'all? This is going to be victim town, right? You're about to drive straight into victim town and set up tent and stay there for a while. And then nothing is going to get done anyway. And who cares? Like, who cares if you're too busy and you don't have time? Who cares? Like, your shit still needs to get done, whatever you need to get done. So my invitation is, ask yourself better questions and find a way around what you want to do, as close to. So as y'all know, if you've been listening, I love Gary Vee. And it's so funny. This is another podcast, so I ain't going to go deep into this. But I feel like the universe always brings me my next teacher, because I am so open to learning and open to saying, I know nothing, I don't know anything, please keep teaching. I am constantly, when I tell you constantly, I mean 24/7. When I'm in my car, or I'm listening to headphones, or I'm doing a workout, or I'm anything where I can, I'm listening to a podcast or an audiobook. My Audible shit is like off the hook. I am constantly, or a YouTube video that's an interview with some kind of amazing mentor that I love. So I'm always learning, right? And still getting coached and mentored. So when it comes down to it, I'm going, well, what is it that I can do? So many of my clients say, I can't read a book. I can't read a book either. I got little kids and it's hard. I can listen to a book. Can you listen to a book? I don't have time. Well, with the time you have, what are you doing? So this is how it played out for me. I listened to Gary Vee because I love him and he came at the right time. I used to consume him a lot because I'd be breastfeeding. When the baby was a lot smaller, I wasn't working as much as I am now. So I literally for 2-3 months would sit on the couch and watch YouTube videos, Gary Vee. I wouldn't miss a video for this man. I would watch all of his stuff, hours of Gary Vee in between breastfeeding and setting up my events and all this stuff. Now I'm busy as shit, so I don't have time. And I really got everything I needed from him. He's coming to Melbourne to speak, and I'm like, I don't want to go watch him speak. Not because I don't rate him, I love him to death, but I've heard it. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I need to action this shit. Like, enough listening, enough writing notes, enough information. It's about the application now. So literally 2 or 3 podcasts that I have to do that I just talked about right now. But here's the thing. I went, what can I do? And he said, oh, there's an app called Anchor. Do a podcast, everybody. Don't tell me you don't have time. Just jump on Anchor. So I was like, all right, y'all, let me check out this Anchor thing. And here's the thing. If you want to do a podcast, this is how easy this shit is. You go and you download Anchor on your Apple iPhone or whatever phone you have. You literally download it. You literally plug in headphones and you talk to the damn phone. That's it. You can get fancy and do an intro and outro. And let me tell you, I can get fancy and do that, and I may do that. But I have not had any time for that. And for me, as you can see, when you guys turn and push play on my podcast, I'm like, hey, let's get into it. Let's fucking get into it. I'm here to give you what I have learned myself. I'm here to share my life and story and my message with you. I'm not here to fucking play music for you and give you a cool intro and outro. It's not important to me. And it's not of service to you because I fast forward most of the ones. I love listening to podcasts, and every time, welcome to the blah 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 podcast, blah blah blah, and I'm like, fast forward. I don't have time. Tim Ferriss, I love you. Fast forward. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and this is this is the way of me going. Am I trying to be perfect? Am I trying to get it right? Fuck it. Just start talking. You know what? Record it when your kid's sleeping. What will they think? Maybe it's not professional. My e-tag always beeps. I just had a burp. Oh, my signal. You can hear my signal? That's my signal. Who gives a fuck? If you're really here to learn some shit about confidence, which is what I want to teach and what I want to empower women with, give the message and serve. And everything else that people think about it, let them think what they want to think about it. You just be in the space of service. And so that's how this came about, this podcast of me doing Anchor. And now I can listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Not all the way Apple yet, but basically you can hear this podcast wherever. And is it perfect? Fuck no. Is it an expensive mic? Nope. See, there's my e-tag. Beep, beep. I need to pay this shit. I keep saying I need to pay my damn e-tag. And then every time I pay it, it's like so overdue. It's ridiculous. Crazy. But you know what? It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? Just be with what is. So, what is it out there that you're wanting to do that maybe you can't because work, life, you're a mother, you're a student, you know, and you're really pissed off because you can't do it, and you're so focused on, yeah, but I can't, and that's not fair, and I never, and it sucks, and I never. What can you do? Ask yourself, what can I do? Is there an alternative? And listen to me, you can't do it right now. Doesn't mean forever. I have massive dreams. And I know they're going to happen. I think about them all the time, and they make me happy. And I know that that's where I'm going. But I am so okay and not rigid about how I get there. I'm allowing my life to unfold. I am allowing the steps that appear for me to take them. I am intrigued by the next path that comes my way and says, what about this? And I say, no, thank you, or yes, let's do it. And then my life changes again. And then there's a new way and a new path. I was listening this morning to Tony Robbins on his newest podcast, and he said something so amazing. And I know this as a statement in my head, but like, wow, it was powerful. He said, you know, we have such a fear of failure that we're so busy thinking about what could go wrong that we never fucking start. Holy bitch slap across the face. Tony Robbins. I was like, that's so true. I'm not experiencing that right now myself, but I have in the past. Worried about how it's going to work, how it's going to look. Just fucking do it. And then as you do it, more of it will open up to you. More of it will make understanding for you. You will have more clarity. But if you don't start something. And don't fight with where you're at. Be with where you're at. You know, if you're a student and you can't do much, okay. And second to that, look at where can you do stuff. Are you chilling at night with your girlfriends? Are you going partying? Are you drinking? What are you spending your money and your time on? Because you are spending your money and your time and your energy on something. Let me tell y'all, all of y'all, me too. So what is it? What is it that has your money right now? What is it that has your time? And what is it that has your attention? Check it out. Look into it. Because if you've ever said, I don't have enough time, you do. How much are you spending on social media? How much are you spending with friends you don't really like? How much are you spending with family just because you want to make them happy? How much are you spending with XYZ? How much time, how much energy, how much money? You've got it. The same as me. And let me tell y'all, I fight what I can't do, or I used to fight what I can't do, but I can do a lot, right? I can do a podcast in my car when my kid sleeps. I can put content out in the world. I can do videos when my son's being looked after and my husband's wearing the baby. I can do Q&A Tuesday, which is something I do. I can post on Instagram. I can connect on Instagram and Facebook. There's so much I can do. Or I can say, listen, y'all, I got 2 kids. I'm breastfeeding. I'm working for L'Oreal. I'm doing this. I'm so tired. I got clients. Oh, my God, I don't sleep good. I'm co-sleeping. I'm breastfeeding. I could tell you the other story. That's not a good story. It's a fucking bunch of excuses that other people have it worse than me and they're doing shit. So don't fight with what is. Do what you can with what you have. As opposed to fighting what you can't do, look for, what can I do? Ask yourself, what can I do? Okay, that's not going to work, but what would work? How could I do this and enjoy it? Tony Robbins always says, how can I do this and enjoy the process? How can I find time to do school and start a business? Beep, beep. You know what I'm saying? How can I find time? How can I make this fun? Stop fighting what is. Do what you can with what you got, y'all. That is the message for the day. Thank you for being here. I so appreciate your time. I appreciate you listening. I got really good feedback from the Be Kind, Say No podcast. If you have issues saying no and people pleasing, y'all need to listen to that. It's the podcast right before this one. I don't even know what number it is. I think number 8. I think this is number 8, and that was number 7. See? I don't know. Here's another good thing about having a really imperfect brand. I'm so open and vulnerable about how imperfect I am and how I don't need to get it right that it's awesome. I get on stage to speak to a room full of women and I'm like, listen, blah, blah, blah. And they laugh and it's cool. I'm late for Q&A Tuesday. It's cool. I need to do something else instead of this, or I've got fucking e-tags going off in my podcast. It's cool. It's cool with me because that's my brand. And this is my flavor. This is me. So imperfect, yet so vulnerable and so confident. And so I know who I am. What's your flavor? What's your brand? Are you giving the world you? And that's what I think is amazing about us as beings. We're so unique, and our story and the way we tell it and how we do it and our swagger, our flow, our style. Nobody else has it. It's yours. Nobody else can do it like you because they're not you, man. It's the best thing ever. So I thank you for your time and your attention and for checking out the podcast. Thank you for sharing it. Thank you for your emails and your messages. I fucking love you. I love you, and I hope that you are getting something out of this that's helping your life, because that's my only hope before I die, that I can just impact another. So big love to you, sister, and if you're a dude, brother, some of the dudes be checking out my podcast. Hey, homeboys, have a beautiful day, and I will see you next time on the Confidence Chronicles. Peace out.